Residents should also be aware of bylaws regarding the placement of snow when clearing their driveways. Here are some ways to keep the roadways safe during a storm and some snow removal tips.
When you're plowing your snow off your sidewalks is please don't put it back into the roadway. We have a separate town bylaw against that. So what we encourage residents to do is place it along the windrow. If you have a windrow in front of your house where you have a berm, a grassy area in between your sidewalk and the curb line, put it in that grassy area, but please don't blow it back into the street, because by blowing it into the street, it's counterproductive to what our plows are doing, and it could also create a dangerous condition. So put it along that the berm if you have it. If you don't have that, just get it as close to the sidewalk as possible. Just as we plow multiple times, so we have to make multiple passes, residents may have to do that with their sidewalks as well. We often hear that resident will clear their sidewalk, or a property owner will clear the sidewalk, only to have the plows come by and bury that sidewalk back in. I can assure you we do not do that intentionally. We're not trying to make any property owners' jobs or work harder for them. But again, when we try to open up these roadways to get as close to the curb line or the berm as possible, that snow falls off the edge of the plow, and sometimes it will push it back into the sidewalks. We don't do it intentionally at all, but we would encourage residents to try to wait till the end of the storm, or towards when they can look at the street and see that the street's been widened, and then try to clear their sidewalks at that time. That way they're not doing double the work. Second thing we would say is that, unfortunately, part of the plowing process is we want to widen our streets as much as possible. We do that because we want to allow access and storage areas for future storms. If we have a 8-inch storm and we don't plow into the curb line, and then another 8-inch storm comes along, we need storage space. So we plow against those curb lines. Most importantly, and even more importantly than allowing access for snow storage, is our catch basins are in the curb line. We want to get into the curb line and open those catch basins up so that as the snow and ice begins to melt, the water has somewhere to go and can drain into our stormwater system, and not freeze up the street and have icy conditions or black ice in the town streets, which are even more hazardous than if snow were on the roadway. So those are things we'd encourage. We also publish our plan. We try to communicate as best we can via Facebook, Twitter, social media before the storm, both through our DPW page as well as on our website. So if anyone wants to know what our current process is or how we're doing it, feel free to visit the DPW webpage. We have a whole page on information related to snow and ice removal and our processes. It's a big job for the men and women who perform this work. A lot of our storms go beyond 18, 24 hours. Some of those storms, as we all experience, can go to 36, 48 hours. And our workforce is out there working that entire time for safety. So we've got the women and the men that do this work are out there for long hours behind the snow plows, in the sidewalk machines, working diligently to provide safety. So we appreciate everyone's patience with this as we move towards our storms.